What's up, guys? It is September the 10th. I didn't get to post this video yesterday on Friday the 9th because I got home and played video games. Got distracted. So that's why I have the thumbnail and the title. I'm gonna take a little hiatus, take a little fast from video games for a while, just to focus and create some good habits and start really putting time and energy into trading and into other things that I want. With that said, let's go ahead and get into the trades that I took. Let's go ahead and hop into my recordings. All right, here's the recording for the first trade that I took. This was around, I took this trade at 11:30, around 11:30. I missed this triple top. If you look right here, it touched this, pulled back, came and touched this 306.40 level again, pulled back, and then went up and touched it again. I was looking at this point, and I started my OBS, and while I was starting my OBS, it pulled back real quick, and I missed this opportunity, and that put me in not a really good emotional state. I was really mad that I missed this, and I was frustrated. I wasn't, pissed, but I was frustrated, and I was really looking to get in, and I was becoming a little emotional, which that led me to not making great decisions later on. Pushed up here, I was looking to get in, because it's testing this level right here, this previous pivot level on the 2-minute chart. I was looking to get in, and wish I would have got in right here too. I was thinking about it. I obviously had my mouse, my clicker on the buy, and I just didn't pull the trigger. I think this would have been a pretty good opportunity too to get in. I just wasn't trigger ready. It keeps pulls back, and right here now I'm getting more and more upset that I missed it. Saw a good pullback and retest, another good possible entry, and I missed it. So right here I get pretty emotional and pretty aggravated at myself. But right here is interesting. It's starting to double bottom, starting to find support here, but in the moment I don't really notice it. Well, actually right here I really don't notice it. My boss starts walking down the hallway, and I shut my laptop. So right here, double bottomed here kind of. Pulled back, pushed up, provided a good opportunity, pulled back, and pushed up again, found some support right here. Right now, it's no longer looking like a pretty good short. It's looking like a pretty good long, actually. But I didn't see it as that. Okay, I'm going to pause it right here. It's also kind of forming a bull flag. But I wasn't seeing it like that. I was still focused and nearsighted, singular. I had a singular focus on going short today. I was very short biased today, and that really caused me to miss some opportunities and then take other opportunities that weren't good. Take trades that weren't good or didn't have high probability setups or outcomes, or it didn't have really any edge to them. I like taking off any metrics of P&L or how I'm doing, just so it doesn't affect me in the trade. I get in right there when it's starting to pull back again. Looks like it's starting to get rejected, but still, this is not a quality setup. I was just emotional. There are my profit and my stop points. Pulling back some, like to see it, but quickly find support. Not great, not a great sign for me at all. Wicks, which is okay, but then it pulls back again, and then find support here again. Right here would have been a pretty good. I added. Okay, so I'm pause it real quick. I added to this position too, which that's one of my rules, is not to add to a position I'm already in. So right here I disobeyed one of my rules. As far as the adding goes, I thought it was a pretty good add at the moment. Pushed up and got rejected real quick, but it was still against one of my rules, and so that wasn't good. I was still a little bit emotional, and you can tell too with this 2-minute EMA, it's starting to find support on it, and so I very well could have gotten out here a little sooner, just cut my losses a little smaller, but I stuck to my plan, which is okay. But one thing I'm trying to learn actually is taking in the new information that the trade's giving me. Like right now, the trade's telling me that, okay, it's starting to look a little bullish, starting to look like it can break out. I can cut my losses a little quicker just to keep my losses smaller when I notice this new information, and I don't have to hold all the way to the stop if the market's telling me that it's looking bullish and that my setup is not really looking like it'll give me good probabilities anymore. Okay, it's now over my stop. I'm just holding a little bit to see if it gets rejected. Not looking like it's gonna get rejected and dump hard. I'm just stubbornly holding it and waiting for it to break that new high of day. All right, there it broke it, and I just got out immediately once it broke that new high of day. Not a great trade, pretty emotional trade. So took a break, took some breathers, and then went to lunch. Came back and I saw a triple top opportunity, so I immediately jumped in it. I like the setup a lot. The setup looks pretty good. And so I hopped in it, got filled at a okay, not a great entry, but not terrible. But I was good at not waiting for the perfect entry, just getting in at a good entry, and then allowing the play to play out. So set my 2 point stops and price target, and then just let the trade work. Fast forwarded a little bit, pulled back aggressively, and then pushed up. Kind of found support right here. The previous time around, it pushed up, tested on this double top, and then dropped immediately. This one looks like it's finding support, which could be a red flag for me to possibly, scale out of this trade, scale down a little bit as it may be finding support and trying to break through. Okay, it's trying to drop again. This is looking pretty good for me right now. Thinking it could break. Okay, looking okay. It bounced again. Bouncing again off it. This is also a pretty good sign for me of, okay, now may be a good time to just slowly scale out of this trade. Maybe just scale out maybe one contract. Just lighten my load a little bit. And that's because right now it's giving me new information. Initially the setup was really good, but now it's starting to look like it's finding support here. Still looking okay though. Still looking okay, but not looking as great as it's trying to hold on to the support. Bounced again. Right here would have been a really good opportunity to scale out, as the market's telling me that it's trying to hold this level. But I just stuck to my plan. That's okay, but I really would have liked to keep my losses smaller. Okay, pulled back a little bit, bounced off this EMA. Would have been another good opportunity to scale out a little bit, but I didn't. Pulled back, also bounced again, worked again. Another opportunity to get out, I didn't. Obviously, now it's no longer looking good for me at all. It's looking like it bounced, made a higher low, and now it's looking to push up and break out. Okay, now I'm just holding till it breaks my stop. Getting awfully close there. So this is where it gets a little interesting. Looks like it made a new high there. Didn't quite hit my stop, and now it's dumping again. Okay, so I got a second chance. But again, it's bouncing off this level. This would have been another good opportunity to get out of, but I didn't. So right here too, I think I had an emergency come up, and I had to use the restroom. And so I'm trading on my phone at this point, which is suboptimal. So I see it. I'm waiting for it to break this 307.34. Once it breaks that, I'm selling it. And obviously it broke it, and I got out while on my phone. I sold it on my phone. That was frustrating too, because I couldn't sell it as quickly. So I got filled at a not a great point either. So ended up hitting my daily loss. Wasn't great, but that second trade I liked. I liked the setup. I just could have got out a little earlier. First trade was not great at all. Wasn't well executed. Wasn't a good setup. It was an emotional setup, kind of a revenge trade. So good lessons learned. All right, to the Excel sheet. This was yesterday. These two trades were on Friday. This was the one I scaled up on during the trade. Not great. Minus $68. And then this one, triple top. That one looked good, but then it started not looking so good as the play ended up playing out. Could have gotten out here for a much smaller loss, but I didn't. So I stuck to my plan, which was okay. Initially, it was an A- setup. As it played out, wasn't as great, but that's okay. Learned some good lessons. Learned some good lessons today. Here's the trading summary. Yesterday, hit my max stop, and then stopped trading. So did a good job there. Didn't take any other trades. Didn't overtrade. We're looking at so far minus 66 for the month, which we can dig ourselves out of that hole pretty easily. Looking for, a break-even month would be pretty nice, showing some progress compared to our last month. Month's still young, so we'll see. Learning a lot, and yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and see you in the next video.